Hi everybody, my name's Paul, this is Cosy Aromas and welcome to this week's episode. However, this week's episode is rather different. I've done a day in the life of type video of sort of what I get up to on a day-to-day basis, right from the beginning to the end of the workday, so you can see what's involved, the sort of things I have to do each day, and hopefully you find it of interest. Hope you enjoy. So here we go. It's a day in the life of me running Cosy Aromas and Craft HQ and all the other little bits and pieces we've got planned. A couple of weeks ago, I completely changed my routine. You know, when you're sort of busy and you come home from work and you still got stuff to do, it's so easy to fall into like bad habits, bad eating habits, and not exercising and stuff like that. And it was just making me feel really lethargic. I just wasn't feeling great in myself. Obviously the weight starts to creep up. It's just not good. So I just decided one afternoon that, right, that's it, I'm going to do something about it. So I now every day get up, including weekends, get up half an hour earlier, and I go for a run. I do 20 minutes or so, if I can. And honestly, that makes me feel so much better. Not only do it releases all those endorphins, doesn't it? So it makes you feel good at the beginning of the day. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm now up nice and early. Willow and Tamer are both fast asleep. I'm going to go for my run and then we'll crack on with the day. So far so good. About halfway round, quick breather, and then for the final stretch. There we go. Back home, completely exhausted, sweating, feel like I need to go back to bed. But that's a good thing, right? It means that what I've just done worked. Yeah, it feels so good doing this. I mean, at the time it doesn't, don't get me wrong, because I'm far from fit. But every day I'm seeing progress. Every day I'm running just that little bit further, or for that little bit longer. It's good. Right, time to get myself ready for the day. And then it's Willow's time for some exercise. So that's me, done, ready for the day. Next step is Willow. It's her time for a walk. She's finally decided to wake up and join us. And yeah, it's her time for some exercise now. Are you ready to go for a walk, Willow? Shall we get you a lead? Where we go? Right. So, come on, you know the way, you know the rules, up you come. All right, let's take you for a stroll, shall we? If I can get the lead on one-handed, there we go. Right, Willow, where shall we go? Should we go for a walk? That's it, come on Dad, get on with it. What's really lovely in the mornings is just a couple of minutes away from where we live. We have this lovely river that we can walk by. Which is a really nice, peaceful place to take Willow for a stroll in the morning. She loves sniffing around there. So that's what we do every morning. Come along here, and she'll have a run all around that field and around the back of those trees. And yeah, it's a nice 15-minute stroll. Gets her out, keeps her exercised as well. But be careful of her. She's getting older now, and she's got arthritis on her hips, so we have to keep her moving. I was saying a little while ago about the change in my morning routine recently. So what I used to do every morning was when my alarm went off, the very first thing I did was check my phone for the sales report, basically for overnight for the different brands that we run. And that would typically define my mood for the day. If we, obviously we have targets for the different brands, of course, you have to have targets to aim for. Otherwise you never know what you're actually going to be doing and what you're doing it for. And if we would hit targets overnight, then of course, I'm sort of jolly, I'm upbeat, raring to go. On the other hand, if we didn't hit targets overnight, then that really does put me in a bad mood. And I just can't help it. It's just how I am. Yeah, so, I'd be sort of panicking as such. If it's a few days in a row, I'd start to panic about what we're going to do and all this kind of stuff when I really don't need to. So now I've decided I'm not checking my phone at all in the mornings. So as soon as I get up, I go for a run, I get myself ready, take Willow for a walk. Then when I get back home, by the time I get my laptop out and start for the day, it's probably been about an hour since I've been awake, and that's the point when I check my stuff. So, you know, this morning, this first hour of the morning, which is really all about sort of keeping fit and healthy, going for a walk and going for a run, that sort of helps to wake you up and put you in a good mood for the day and sort of make you feel somewhat accomplished already in the mornings. So then if the sales didn't go how I wanted them to go, then you know, it's not first thing in the morning. It doesn't sort of impact me. And I've noticed a big difference over the past sort of week and a half, and so has Tamer as well. I think I've been a bit more bearable in the mornings. So yeah, anyone else out there who's thinking about sort of taking up some jogging and stuff like that, I never thought I could do it. I never did, because you know, I was well, I still am obviously quite heavy, really unfit, but you know, I've done it, I'm doing it. Sorry, I ache like mad, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's more, not only is it good for your fitness, but it's good for your mental health as well. I think works well. So there we go, we're back home. I've had my exercise, Willow's had her exercise, Tamer's up, and this is the next bit, isn't it?
It is.
We check our 6:10. We just check everything over, glass of water for breakfast, and then we head to work. Give it about 10 minutes and we'll be heading in, won't we?
We will.
Ready for another busy day?
Yep.
Come on, girl. In the van. We have to give her a hand to get into the van, just to be careful of her hips. Right, here we go. There we go. We've just finished up everything. We're now in the van, all three of us, ready to go for a nice busy day. So this is my office here. This is where I basically spend most of the day, unless I'm out and about. Yeah, it's gonna be a normal day here, so you'll get to see sort of what I get up to on a standard day. Nathan, who's our operations manager, he's not here at the moment, he's on holiday. And every morning at 8 o'clock we have like a team meeting out there, so I'll be running that. And then he sort of tends to look after the day-to-day operations and production and just look after everyone out there basically, because I sort of tend to have no involvement in that anymore, not really. But I'll be sort of helping out there. I mean, they're great, they'll crack on with everything anyway, but I'm just there to lend a hand and give them a hand with anything they need. But yeah, typically in the mornings we'll do the morning team meeting, which is only like a minute, 2 minutes, and then I'll have catch-ups with the people that are sort of relevant to my team as such. My role here really is all about sales and marketing, and also the future of the company, as well as just standard business admin. So like, you know, paying invoices and all of that stuff that we love to do, don't we? Yeah, so I will have catch-ups with Zena, with Jack, with Lauren, with Laura. I tend to do that sort of most days in the morning, just so we're all sort of on the same page, we know what we're doing, and we can push forward. And then I'll crack on with my stuff. And my stuff at the moment, my attention really is on Craft HQ. That's got real good potential. The feedback from our customers is brilliant. You know, they're loving the oils that we're offering, the service that we're offering, because we're giving people free labels, free CLP labels now, which is the safety information you have to have on the, which includes all the ingredients and all of the warnings and all that kind of stuff that you have to have on these types of products. That is a real headache for our customers, especially if you're sort of new to wax melt making or candle making. That is something which takes time. It's incredibly important, and people just get confused. There's so many people online who are just giving false information or confusing people. So we've just decided that to help these customers, we'll just do it for them, and we actually send them complete labels that they can stick on their products. But anyway, yeah, so I'll be sort of focused on the Craft HQ website, making improvements to that, thinking about future opportunities, and then I always spend a good hour a day sort of educating myself. So I'll watch videos on sort of growing a brand or buying businesses and things like that, and there's basically to educate myself on what we're going to do in the future. So we've got people here that are sort of working on Cosy and Craft like now, as in the dispatch, the production, the marketing, all that kind of stuff. And it's my role and Tamer's role, she's working on product development, and it's my role to sort of think about the future, sort of what's the next thing we're going to be doing, how we're going to expand our company, what are the brands we're going to do. There's various things we want to do to sort of slowly start to expand. So you lucky lot will get to see all of that today. I've just come down to our studio we have here in our HQ. This is where Lauren and Zena spend a lot of time. This is, as you can see, there's nice little photo setups behind me. And this little room, I mean, it's a tiny little room. I think the previous tenants used to use this as like the manager's office or something like that. If you look behind me, we've got some shelving there. These are all props that we use for various photos and things. And Lauren is currently working on a nice setup here for a couple of ads. These are for Facebook, aren't they?
Yes.
Facebook ads?
To advertise our sample pots or mini melts.
Fantastic. So yeah, we like to, now that we've got this space here and we've got Lauren, we've got Jack and Zena, we can really focus on creating this type of content ourselves, which just, firstly, it speeds up the process. So we haven't got to wait for third parties to do it for us. And secondly, it means we have like full control over it as well. So we're starting to feel the benefit of it already. Yeah, and what they're working on now, I try not to disturb them too much, is as Lauren said, is the marketing and the adverts for our new, or for our sample pot range that we have. Because the thing is with like Facebook ads and things like that, you have to keep it updated so often. You can't just have the same thing running and running and running. You've got to keep, it's just normal advertising, you've got to keep people's interest. So that's what they're working on. So I've just come upstairs now with Tamer. We're going to go through some product ideas and things that she's been working on, mainly for Christmas gifts and things. If we have a quick spin around, you can see we've got the team over the back there who are doing all of the pouring and finishing and production. But yeah, this is something we like to do quite often. Tamer's, what do? You explain what you do.
I work in product development, so I develop all of our products and gifts and everything to release to all of our customers.
And so the details of your role is you come up with the scent ideas, you'll test them thoroughly. I mean, how many scents do you test a week?
Oh, probably around 10.
10 brand new scents every single week that we're testing. And
they have to pass rigorous multiple tests to be able to pass to get your scent collection.
Yeah, exactly. So it's only probably 10% of those which will actually ever make it to anything for either Cosy or for Craft. So it's a lot of testing, isn't it? And behind me there, that's where Tamer does her little pouring and bits and pieces, and there's some testings made just there that she's been doing.
It's my little lab.
Yeah, your little lab. And at the moment you're working on Christmas.
I am, yeah, working on our Christmas collection, our Christmas VIP box, our advent calendar. Lots and lots of things. I've been working on it since March, so it's been a long time coming to Christmas.
Well, we're nearly there now, aren't we? We know the majority of the products and the scents, but it's now you're just all finalising like the details of like the gift sets, aren't you?
Yeah, gift sets and advent calendar prizes, which are all very exciting
yes,
things.
That's true, isn't it? Have you got an advent calendar here?
I do. I will just grab one.
So last year, well, past 2 years now, we have had a wax melt advent calendar for our customers to buy. Really popular, people love them. Last year we changed it slightly, where every day you had a wax melt, but also you could enter a competition to win a prize every single day. There it is there. We're launching the same one again, but this time we're really going to up the prizes, aren't we?
We are. There's some fantastic prizes. We've done lots of research into what types of prizes, and there's different variety of them, and spoken to the team and got lots of ideas, and because we do everything, you know, lots of things as a team, and get each other's inputs and stuff.
So every day when they use their wax melt, there'll be a question. They go onto our websites, they answer that question, and then every day is a prize draw. So if they enter every single day, then
They've got a chance to win 24 prizes.
they've got a chance to win every single day. And there's things like hampers, gift hampers, beer hampers, Fortnum and Mason gifts. There's going to be a holiday. There's probably going to be like an iPad, Amazon Fitbits.
All sorts of stuff.
So it's going to be good, isn't it?
It is.
So it's now around 10:30, and I'm out taking Willow for a walk again. That's not the only thing I do all day, I promise. Basically, where we were before in our old place, I don't know if you remember our small little unit, we're actually next to a river there, right next to a river, and there's a nice grass area for Willow to go to the toilet and things. We don't have that here now, so I have to take her for a stroll, which is what I'm doing now. But it's a good opportunity to get the old step count up. And it's nice. You see, I'm next to the river here. This is the river I showed you earlier that runs past our house. But this, if I follow on that path behind me, I will actually lead straight onto the same path that I was at this morning. But this river meanders quite sort of aggressively, and it's about a 3-mile walk. And of course it's over rough terrain and all that kind of stuff. It's not like this path all the way around, it's nowhere near. And I walked that the other day. You know, I thought, yeah, that'd be a nice load of steps. It was a 50-minute walk. Here comes Willow, be honest. And so I did it, but probably 20 minutes, 15 minutes into the walk, past the point of no return, it absolutely tipped it down with rain. So yeah, I got drenched. But yeah, that was a bit of a killer, that walk as well. So, but anyway, hopefully so far this morning you've seen sort of roughly what I get up to in the mornings. It's all about sort of just keeping up to date with things, seeing how I go and meet with people. And now I've got to go down to our storage containers to pick up our advent calendar boxes that were left over from last year, because we're going to reuse those this year. So I'm going to go do that now, and then this afternoon it's very much focused on Craft HQ, the website, coming up with the plan, and there's various emails and stuff I've got to sort out. So I'll be doing that. So here I am at our storage containers. These are both of ours. I haven't been here for quite a while, probably a month or so, maybe even longer than that. So I'm now about to open this up, and I'm just hoping that these really are waterproof and that nothing's got in there and everything is okay, because there's a lot of money's worth of advent calendars in there. So yeah, right, let's have a look. And typically I've opened the wrong one, haven't I? The advent calendars aren't in here. This, however, are the outer boxes of the advent calendar that we wrap them up in and send them out in. Loads of those. Lots of other boxes there as well. But yeah, no, it's the wrong container. So I need to lock it back up, move the van forward, and yeah, it's in the other one. That goes to show how long it's been since I've been here. Got the wrong one. Yeah, so this is the right one. This is the container I needed. That pallet there is all advent calendar stuff. These are all of those little sort of Christmas sample boxes that we had from last year. And yeah, it's all good in here. It's all nice and dry. Everything's fine. These are really handy containers. Last year when we were outgrowing the other building we had quite dramatically in a real short space of time as well, we got both of these just so we can fill them up full of pallets, and they were full. But they're kind of wasted now. We could fill this in our other place. Plus, when Tamer and I moved home earlier this year, we've still got some of our stuff there. So we need to slowly empty these. I mean, it's a waste of money really. We don't need them, do we? So yeah, this pallet here, I'm going to try and get in the back of the van now. They are the advent calendar, the boxes, the main sort of the printed bit. And here I've got a couple of boxes of the little plastic inserts as well, the trays. So there we have it. The van's full. We've got all of the outer boxes and all the little sort of vacuum trays. The pallet in the back there is now empty. We've actually got more than I thought as well, which is good news, because then we haven't got to order so many. Oh, that's a good workout on its own, to be honest. Right, back to HQ, empty the van, bit of lunch, crack on in the afternoon. So I'm now in the main office where the marketing team are. We've got Jack just there. Say hello, Jack.
Hello.
And Zena over the back there.
Hi.
Lauren is, I think she's in the photography studio at the moment, but you can see some really cool stuff she's been working on there. So basically these guys have been working on new ads for us to use on Facebook and Instagram and various other places to generate traffic to the website and obviously convert them into customers, which is the most important job that we have here, of course. And Zina, you've been working on some fun ads, haven't you, recently?
I have, yeah. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun filming them.
So you and Tamer have been filming lots of you two sort of showing off our sample pots and our little mini melts and various other things, haven't you?
Definitely. Involved a lot of bloopers as well, so
Been going well though?
I've been learning a lot from it.
Excellent, good stuff. So yeah, I've had a good look through what they've been doing today, and it's absolutely fantastic. We can't wait to get these live so we can see what impact they have. There's now just over an hour left of the day. The team will be heading off at about 4 o'clock. Tamer and I, typically we head off about the same kind of time or just after. Then we go straight back home and on the laptop just to carry on. I always find sort of this time now and when we first get home, that is a real good opportunity to sort of do the educating myself bit that I told you about earlier on. And to do that, I'm reading articles online, I'm watching YouTube videos all about people that are in similar positions to me, but obviously a lot more established, bigger, very successful people who I can learn from basically, because you should always continue to learn as much as you can. And yeah, what I've been working on this afternoon, as you saw, we've been looking at the ads and creating new ads and stuff for Cosy. That did go really well. I haven't had a huge amount of involvement in those, just sort of a few tweaks, which is great, to be honest. I love that. I love the fact that we've now got a team where they are so smart, so clever, so creative that they're much better than me, much better than I ever will be. But I can just leave them to it. They get on with stuff. They know what the goal is. It just leaves me to focus on other things. And yeah, our company, we are looking to grow and do other things. So I'm always looking, as I mentioned earlier in this vlog, I'm always looking to sort of other things we can do, and we're always looking for sort of other businesses that perhaps we can acquire, businesses that are in the same sort of space as us. So other like home fragrance business or maybe candle supply business, that kind of thing, that perhaps they've had a really tough time over COVID and they're looking to exit from their business, or they're retiring, or it's just not going how they want. It's like too much. It's taking up too much of their time, and they want to do other things. We're always looking for people like that who want to sell their business basically. And so if anyone out there knows anyone, or if you are one of those people that are interested in sort of selling your business and exiting from it, get in touch with me, because I'd love to have a chat with you, and it's always something we're open to and always something we're interested in. Right, so final hour of the day, continue to answer emails and sort of plan out future things, look at new campaign ideas, thinking about our autumn launch, because that's coming up in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to start sort of mapping out what a campaign will look like for that. And then that will be it for the day here at Cosy HQ. So that's it, everyone has gone home. It's noisy out here. We've locked up and in the van, ready to get home ourselves. And then when we're home, if I try not to cover that up, busy day, wasn't it?
It was, always is, but it's good.
Yeah. We'll get back on the laptop for another hour or so, and then we'll chill out for a bit, won't we?
Yeah, we do try to.
Yeah, well, we hope you enjoyed that sort of little day in the life of around here. We'll still do a little bit more later on when we get home, but it just gives you a little insight as to what we get up to on a sort of a day-to-day basis. So yeah, well, we'll be back home very shortly anyway to do a bit more. Normally in the evenings like now, when it's just Tamer and I, and we're away from the day-to-day stuff, emails have sort of quieted down and things like that, we use this time to talk about ideas. We just think about, what about if this, what about if we do that? And then we'll like explore those. We'll like Google ideas and we'll start coming, we'll just explore it and just see if it's feasible. We do that so often actually, compare notes and do different things. It's really good to do that. It always keeps us sort of on our toes and thinking about the future. But anyway, that's it. I'm afraid it's now 7:30. It's been a good day. You've sort of followed me around to see what I do right from the moment I get up, when I go for my run. You've seen the meetings I have, the various other little bits I do. The marketing team, obviously that's where I spend most of my time. And yeah, that's it. I hope you found that somewhat interesting. I mean, it's not necessarily overly interesting, I guess, but well, I don't think it is, but some people might. We're now going to go for a nice long walk and then plonk ourselves in front of the TV for a couple of hours, ready to do it all again tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching. I mean, if you've got any questions at all, by all means, just leave them in the comments and I will get back to you. Thanks, everyone.